So I've already done a video talking about the stuff that you may have missed in the GTA 6 trailer, and you can see that video up in the top right hand side. But in today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I didn't notice before, which I think are quite interesting. So without further ado, let's get into it. On this shot here, you can see the smokestacks coming off this truck. If you compare this with the smoke that we can see in GTA 5, it is vastly different. Next, we can see the puddles on the bridge, however it doesn't look like it's currently raining. In GTA 5, as soon as it finishes raining, these puddles start to clear up and disappear. So it'd be very interesting to see how long stuff like rain stays on the roads. Next here, we can see that this tow truck here is carrying tyres. Of course, we've spoken in the past about the abilities to potentially put things in the trunk of a vehicle and in the bed of a truck, but vehicles carrying around miscellaneous items isn't something we see a great deal of in GTA 5. Then we have these birds here sat on the power lines. They're actually moving and shuffling themselves across, very similar to what we'd expect to see in real life. Then fast forwarding a little bit to this shot of Stephanie, her lanyard here actually moves, showing that clothing has more dynamic effects. If this was GTA 5, that would pretty much just be a texture on top of a t-shirt. Then in this shot here, we can see that the boat window is open. This might mean that potentially we could open and close windows in vehicles, including boats. And in this shot here, you can see the jet ski is peeing. Now actually this serves two purposes in real life. Firstly, it's to cycle around the engine to cool it down, but also the reason why it sprays in the air is a visibility thing. Sometimes jet skis can't be seen behind waves, so the water spraying in the air helps make them a little bit more visible to other vehicles. This is a really cool attention to detail piece from Rockstar. Next, we actually have seaweed on the beach. Now if you've ever looked at the beaches in Florida, you'll actually see that this red coloured seaweed is actually quite a common occurrence, and once again this is just another fantastic piece of attention to detail. Then we have rubber rings on the beach and of course floating in the water, which we'll see later on in the trailer. Whether we'll be able to use these or not, no idea, but still really cool. Then this over here really took to my attention. This either looks like a surfboard or a kayak. In my opinion, it looks too thick to be a surfboard, but I'm very keen to hear what your thoughts are down below. It's either a prop or it could be something that we could potentially use. Now over here we potentially have a new car model. I can't really see what it is. I'm not sure if it's a vehicle that we currently have in GT Online or not, but let me know down below. Now in this shot here we can see that there's way more belongings on the beach. Bottles, glasses, cups, sun lotion, backpacks and coolers. It just makes the world look so much more believable and realistic. Now whether we'll be able to pick up some of this stuff or even use any of it, of course we have no idea, but I do think this attention to detail once again is very cool. The next thing I want to talk about is building textures. So this blue building in the background here, it appears to have an uneven paint texture from where it's been repainted. Once again, this serves no real world purpose, but it is genuinely a very cool piece of attention to detail. Now in the nightclub, we can see that light behaves very differently through bottles on the floor. So this bottle down here, the way the light actually disperses and refracts around the item and through the item is once again a really cool piece of attention to detail. Now, I know to some people this might seem completely pointless and completely irrelevant, but when you're talking about lighting in real world environments and trying to replicate real world lighting, getting this sort of stuff right isn't easy. And the way that the light propagates through the bottle is so realistic. Now for those that watch the channel a lot, you know that I absolutely love boats. And something that I hated about GTA 5 is when you stop in a boat, it doesn't stay in the same place. It tends to drift, and because, you know, boats are boats and that's what boats do. But a really cool piece of attention to detail here is it looks like these boats are actually at anchor. So the anchor's being dropped and they're holding their position. It's really hard to see that in these shots. However, in this shot, we can definitely see that. This is water moving around the anchor chain, and that's what's causing this little white ripple in the water. Next, potential ability for us to play the lottery. Now, of course, this may just be a prop in the game, but the amount of attention to detail I've gone into actually skinning all the detail on there, it could lend some weight that potentially in the game we could buy lottery tickets and be within a chance of winning some money. Not sure whether that would work in story mode, but definitely think that would be a cool addition for GTA Online. Now over here, clearly people are reacting to this situation around them, but this guy is actually turning around to see what's going on behind him, once again pointing to a far more intelligent NPC AI system where they're far more aware of stuff happening around them. We actually started to see remnants of this in Red Dead Redemption, and it's very clear that they've actually expanded upon this in GTA 6. Now in this shot here, you can see that when this bike is doing a wheelie, the rear tyre flat spots when weight is transferred onto it. Now once again, no real world application, just an insanely cool piece of attention to detail. And at the front of the bike, we can now see things like brake cables, and the calipers and pads have far more intricate detail. And now the final thing is fishing supplies in the shop. So we know from Red Dead Redemption 2 that Rockstar have really good fishing mechanics, and I find it really hard to believe that they'd make a game based in Florida that has all of the water marine life around it and not include a form of fishing. It'd be interesting if I'm proven wrong on this, but I do think that fishing is going to be a part of the game to some extent. So maybe we'll be able to buy fishing rods, tackle, and I don't know anything about fishing, but maybe there's an opportunity to buy fishing supplies within the game. Now this video is only a short one. It didn't deserve a much longer video going into only a few of these details. If you want to see the full extensive list, I've done 164 hidden things in the GTA 6 trailer, and you can go and watch that by clicking the banner in the top right hand corner. But thank you all for watching today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Spin the cylinder.